Today, I'm standing in front of Jerome, Arizona. And you can tell it's Jerome because of that J right up there on the hillside on Cleopatra Hill. Now, Jerome is a town with many names, one being the billion-dollar copper camp, another the wickedest town in the West, and it's even been called Arizona's most haunted town. So come along with us today as we take a scenic drive down Mingus Mountain into Jerome, where we explore the intriguing history of this infamous town and the people who built it. Jerome sits on the steep slopes of Cleopatra Hill at just over 5,000 feet above sea level and approximately 20 miles southwest of Sedona. The history of this area began with the local Yavapai Indian tribe and their small dig where they mined copper for their jewelry high up on the hillside. The actual town of Jerome was founded in 1876 when investors began eyeing up the area's potential for copper. Soon after, in 1882, the United Verde Copper Company came into existence. The copper mining deposits were among the richest ever found, totaling over 33 million tons of copper, gold, silver, and other valuable minerals. The big mine here produced $2.5 billion in copper, earning Jerome the nickname the Billion-Dollar Copper Camp. The population of this town that was built on the side of a mountain grew to nearly 15,000 in the 1920s and was once the fourth largest city in Arizona territory. In 1900, the population was 78% male, and as you can imagine, the atmosphere promoted lots of drinking, gambling, and prostitution. Almost immediately, saloons, brothels, and hotels began popping up all across the hillside. At one time, there were 13 hotels, 21 bars, and 8 houses of prostitution with more than 100 ladies of the night. In 1903, the New York Sun proclaimed Jerome to be the wickedest town in the West. In the early 1900s, the town and people of Jerome became very affluent from its mining activity. There were movie theaters, bars, restaurants, schools, tennis courts, swimming pools, bowling alleys, pool halls, drugstores, department stores, churches, brothels, and even an opera house. Through the 1930s, Jerome, along with the rest of the country, had struggled through the Great Depression. By 1955, mining deposits ran out and the mines closed. At that point in time, there were fewer than 50 residents left, and Jerome was considered a ghost town. Today, Jerome has nearly 500 residents thanks to tourism that's been brought to the old mining town. The old buildings that were once abandoned are now occupied by art galleries, coffee houses, restaurants, shops, hotels, and some even say ghosts. So here we are at the Jerome Grand Hotel that used to be the United Verde Hospital that was built in 1926, and then it was converted to a hotel in the 1990s. So at one time, this was considered one of the most modern hospitals in the United States. It said that there were about 9,000 people who died in this hospital before it was converted to a hotel, which is a lot of people. It's about one person per day for the entire time it was open, which was 25 or 26 years. Please keep your distance at least 4 dancing penguins apart.
Come on in, guys. We don't bite too hard.
All right. How you doing?
Welcome. Hi. Hi, I'm Sarah. This is Brittany.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome. I'm the GM, and she is one of our amazing front desk clerks. So welcome. It actually sat empty until 1994. So 44 years that it was an empty structure.
Just an empty building.
But our owner bought it from, at that time, Phelps Dodge Mining Company in 94 to start the very slow and tedious renovation. But it is a historic building and it's solid concrete, so it's going to take time.
Yeah.
But it's a great old building, has great old bones. Now they're heading up to one of the great rooms upstairs on the second floor. They have the old X-ray lab up there.
Oh, really?
Oh, so
That's interesting.
It kind of has its own.
It does. You know, we do have the old building plans. We like to keep, people say, what was my room when it was a hospital?
Yeah.
They have the X-ray lab.
Oh, that is cool.
That is the original elevator put in here in 1926.
Okay.
This elevator company. That's why it's still running, because it's an Otis. We do still use it for all 5 levels of our building.
Wow.
It is the very first self-service elevator that did not require an operator inside. And it likes to move on its own once in a while.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I read online that the maintenance man.
Claude Harvey. He's my pal. I have his old office, but yeah.
Yeah.
He was found pinned beneath the elevator, just actually where the call button is on the left. On the other side of that wall is where the control is. And he was found on his belly, kind of like this, like he had collapsed forward. And the elevator had been on another floor and it was being called down by a nurse. And he was pinned by the elevator.
Oh, gosh.
When they found him, once they got the elevator up and pulled him out, the coroner that did a full investigation between the coroner here in town as well as the engineers for Otis Elevator Company that were called up by Phelps Dodge Mining Company that owned the building, they said there's no way the elevator could have caused his injuries. He had a broken neck.
Okay.
That was considered cause of death.
Yeah.
And that elevator, when it travels, it only goes 50 feet a minute. It's very slow. It's meant for a hospital. Very gentle, to move those patients and the staff. There was no evidence of any tampering. It was in perfect working order. And Claude is definitely still here.
Oh, is he?
This happened in April 3rd of 1935, so 80 years ago, plus or minus.
Yeah.
And he's a living maintenance guy. He's still doing his job. He's still keeping things running for us. He visits me in my office all the time.
And that's why the elevator still works perfectly, right?
And that boiler's still going?
Yeah.
We've seen him stand at the foot of the stairs here, and he's kind of a grumpy old guy in coveralls or what you would expect in that type of clothing. And he loves the ladies. He likes to pull our hair and slap us on the tuchus.
Good for him. Did you see like a full apparition?
Yes.
Really?
No kidding.
Now you can usually see right through them too. Some people just see kind of an outline of like, looks like somebody standing there, but others are extremely clear.
Okay.
Okay.
You see things when okay, where's the 5-year-old?
Who's over there?
Or that elevator, the doors, the windows, they open and close and there's nobody around. There's no breeze. It's going to shut that transom shut from the inside.
Yeah.
Okay, and slapping me on the butt. Okay, Claude, you go for it.
He was an ornery guy.
Yeah, he is. He's a real dirty old man. He is. We do question on Saturday.
You pretty much just put your key in.
But I'll do it.